Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we got some good news, some other good news, and some largely terrifying news. You see, ladies and gentlemen, we've got exclusive goodies that are given to the first 9 people that turn up to a tournament, and yeah, we need to have a chat about that. But first, we need to have a chat about the Pokémon Center Germany. And this is one of those things whereby it's very good news, but it leaves us with a lot of questions. Here's what we know for certain. There is a Pokémon Center, PokémonCenter.com/N/D-E-N-D-E. It is launched, it is real. It is the Pokémon Center Germany. It is listed very clearly as being currently in beta. It does not have full functionality right now. It is not the same as, say, the Pokémon Center UK, US, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, etc. It's not the same. And it's also worth pointing out that right now, orders can only actually be shipped within Germany, which again is also very, very important because I know there's plenty of people in other regions who are very desperate to have a Pokémon Center as well, and they're not going to get one. And yeah, that's a little bit sad. But, I mean, yeah, this seems like a little bit of a step. And look, straight off the bat, this is good news. I know people are going to try painting it as, why isn't it a fully fledged Pokémon Center yet? And why isn't it for other territories, and where's the promo card and all of that? And these are valid questions and valid concerns and things we can talk about. But just straight off the bat here, this is good news. This is like really genuinely awesome news. And that's wonderful. This is excellent, excellent news. We should all be delighted about this. Firstly, if you're in Germany, you're going to have an online Pokemon Center. Like, you're literally going to have a Pokemon Center you can order from now. This is genuinely fantastic news. Like, if nothing else, if we say nothing else about this, we can say, well, hang on a second, it's given the people of Germany an online Pokemon Center. This is brilliant. And to be clear, it is an online Pokemon Center. So even if we say nothing else about it, people of Germany get an online Pokemon Center. This is just inarguably good news. But there's a very, 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 very good chance that actually this ends up being better news as we go along. That actually, yeah, it's cool for now, but then we get a little way down the road, and look, we have a Pokemon Center in the UK. We've had one for a long time. The thing is, this was never really going to ship to Europe, especially after Brexit. Not to get too deep in the weeds here, but basically shipping from UK to Europe got a lot more awkward with the whole Brexit thing. So that was probably not going to happen. So we have this Pokemon Center in the UK, and that's it. It's not for Europe. It ships in the UK. You cannot take advantage of it living in Europe, and that's a little bit sad. But having a Pokemon Center in Germany, that, I mean, the whole point of Europe is, the entire point of the European Union is that you can ship between countries without restrictions and tariffs and all of that malarkey. Which means that it would be very, very, very easy for this Pokemon Center in Germany to ship to large sections of Europe. I'm not saying every country, but certainly any countries in the European Union, it would be extremely easy at this point to have this set up to ship all over Europe. And that's absolutely fantastic. I love this. I think this is wonderful and brilliant and lovely. And I am not promising that this is going to be the case. Let's be perfectly clear. I don't know. But I am absolutely saying that it's easy now for Pokemon to be able to ship around Europe from the Pokémon Center in Germany when it becomes full-fledged Pokémon Center, when it comes out of beta, etc. And this is fantastic. fantastic news. So what about getting a promo card? Because remember, when the Pokémon Center Online opened in Canada, that's where Special Delivery Pikachu came from. And when the Pokémon Center Online opened in the UK, that's where Special Delivery Charizard came from. So it's kind of fair to assume, isn't it, that we might get a promo card here? The answer is we don't know. There's arguments in favor of it. They've done it before. And this is in beta at the moment, so maybe they would launch a promo card when it comes out of beta. And then there's arguments against it. Think of things that happened with, for instance, Van Gogh Pikachu. Having these exclusive promo cards has led to issues lately. So that would be an argument to turn around and go, well, you know what? People aren't always terribly well behaved. Maybe we need to scale back some of these exclusive promos. It's the same reason I'm pretty sure we're not getting a promo card for the National History Museum thing, which is happening. Because, I mean, to be honest with you, that one is far more like the Van Gogh. And I will say the special delivery promos, they weren't such a big deal. Like, they weren't such a big issue is probably a better way to phrase it when they actually came out. So maybe that could be done. Like, you know I love a good promo. I would love there to be a promo. But the answer is essentially yes. There were 2 different occasions where a new Pokémon Center Online opened and it led to a special delivery promo. No, there is no proof or credible rumor that that's going to be happening again this time. That doesn't mean it won't be happening, but it also doesn't mean that it will. I'm sure there's going to be some people presuming that it will be happening, and I hope those people are right. I want the promo card, but the fact of the matter is, at the moment, we have no news one way or the other. So what else is going on in the world of Pokemon right now? Well, it turns out there is an event going on over in Singapore with some of the wildest prizing that we've seen. Now, what we've actually got here is the Pokemon TCG Showdown. It's happening in Tanjong Pagar Community Center. As always, apologies for any terrible pronunciation. It's happening on the 6th of December, and it is a team battle. It is a 3v3 battle. So, card shops form a team of 3, and then you're trying to battle it out for the Pokemon TCG Showdown champion. And the champion here is actually the store, which is kind of awesome. And as a side note, each player is only allowed to join 1 team for 1 card shop. And it is best of 1. And there's 64 teams. Okay, cool. And there's some cool prizes going on here for participation. There's a tote bag. For top 8, there is a playmat, 1 per player. In 4th, there are playmats and booster packs. 3rd, there is a trophy playmat and booster pack. 2nd, there's a trophy playmat and booster packs. And 1st, there is a playmat, trophy, and booster packs. Although there it actually goes up to a booster box. 1 pack for 4th, 2 for 3rd, 3 for 2nd, and a booster box. Oh no, there's more than that. I'm lying to you. 6 for 4th, 10 for 3rd, 20 for 2nd, and a booster box of 36 for 1st. Prizes here are fine. The playmats are kind of cool. The trophies are kind of cool. No promo cards or anything like that. Nothing terribly exciting. I'm a man who likes my promo cards. What really got my eye here, though, were the door gifts. Now, there's a meet and greet with Pikachu, which is cool. There's a chance to trial play the Nintendo Switch 2, which is nice. That's a cool console. It's also been out for a little while now, so you don't necessarily need a trial. However, well, some people don't. Some people do, I suppose. There is a rubber playmat which is given to the first 9 players to show up. 9 isn't that weird because, of course, it's teams of 3, so it's essentially the first 3 teams of 3 that turn up get the playmat. There is an exclusive playmat being given to the first 9 people to turn up. I don't know if there's going to be more tournaments like this and more opportunities to go and get this, but that's going to make it one of the rarest playmats we've ever seen, and it's first come, first served. How are people supposed to queue nicely when, if you're like the 4th team to show up, You get there like 4 hours before it opens, there's already 3 teams in front of you, you're there 4 hours early and you're not getting the exclusive playmat. For what it's worth, there is also a keyring being given away to the next 106 players who show up. Yay. But, yeah. This seems awkward. Also, 106 is not divisible by 3. 105 is, which means what, one person from the next team's going to get it? Like 35 teams are going to get the keyring and then one dude from team 36 that's weird. That's strange. I don't know why it's not divisible by 3. But the point is, this playmat is going to be hella rare, and I don't know how I feel about this. I'm not sure how I feel about having a playmat which is given away as a door prize to essentially the first 3 teams are free to show up. That seems like it's going to be far too rare, far too sought after, far too limited. And, I mean, maybe in Singapore it's going to work, but I've been to a lot of tournaments where by the time you get to opening time, there's a lot of people queuing up, trying to figure out the first 9 people there and keep that queue tidy. I'm not sure, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be a little bit awkward. Either way, though, I've told you about it now, so now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about the German Pokémon Center and what it might mean for your region. Tell me what you think about a playmat being given away to the first 9 players who show up. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.